Gregory Keane continues the story from a room of police headquarters in Phillip Street. It's 10 o'clock at night on the 23rd day since I arrived in Sydney. And something tells me we're coming to the end of the road. An hour ago, I talked to Stella Wilson in the cells and made the first moves of my final trap for Huberman and his belladonna of the NightShade ring, Carlotta Magnani. I don't care much what they do these last few days. Stella thinks her one-time lover, Sammy Rice, is still alive, and on that one fact, I'm basing a scheme that's going to net them all. But I'm keeping it to myself. I'm telling no one but Tom Cutts. Not even Inspector Henry Murray. Not even you. But I'm putting in my last pawn, and this time I'm going to take the game. And when the time comes, Huberman and Magnani will know that they climbed the gallows steps with their eyes wide open.
So there you have it, Carlotta. Mendel gave me that copy of Barnes' letter. I gave Rico and Werfel time to get out of the library before us, and they were waiting outside to follow him.
How did this man lay his hands on the statement?
Would you rather it had gone where it was addressed, to the Commissioner of Police?
His silence is to cost us £100,000 and a share of our income.
He's in a position to get it.
He is at the moment. Describe him to me.
Well, I suppose he's 33 or 4, with thin, sandy hair and a rather rodent-like cast of countenance. His face is weak eyes that flicker away from you, weak chin, weak small mouth, altogether not a very prepossessing type.
What he is doing is not weak, Felix.
He could quite well be involved with several other people. I'd say he was a clerk of some sort, perhaps an accountant.
And he has information that could hang us.
I don't think Nick Barnes' confession could hang us, but we couldn't possibly continue the ring. You know as well as I do, we can operate only so long as you and I are above suspicion.
Somehow, Felix, we have to lay our hands on the original letter as set out by Nick Barnes. And then we have to exterminate this man. He knows from Barnes that I keep records.
I suggest you destroy them at once.
They will be. But he also knows there is £750,000 hidden in this house.
Tony Ricker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Yes, wait a minute, I'll jot it down. Right. Bernard C. Mendel, flat 16, 401 McLean Street. How do you know it's flat 16? All right. Get back to Gregerson Street and wait there till midnight. Did you get that, Carlotta? Our man is one Bernard C. Mendel. Ricker watched him go into the flats. He looked for his mail and they noted the box he went to. You know how these flats have letter boxes in the main entrance.
Pass me the telephone book, Felix. Mm-hmm. We will see if Mr. Mendel has a telephone, and if so, what it tells us about him. Now, the M's... Mendel... M-E-N... Mendel... Oh, I am looking at Mendel. M-E... Mendel, yes. A-G... A-T... B.C. Mendel. Here, Felix, see for yourself. B.C. Mendel, 401 McLean Street. B.C. Mendel, solicitor, 15 Huntley Place. He is a lawyer.
And that explains rather a lot.
Of course it does. Barnes left his letter with a lawyer to be sent to the police if he was not on the Hong Kong plane. But instead of an honest lawyer, he chose this Mendel.
And even at £100,000, it was lucky for us.
You say you arranged to meet this man tomorrow night?
Same time, same place.
It is not too late to meet him again tonight.
Where?
Why not here? Take my car and tend it yourself, Felix. I'm sure you can be sufficiently persuasive if you take Rico and Werfel with you.
I hope you've some particular reason.
We must learn how to handle this Mendel without a moment's delay. And I want to see what manner of man we are dealing with. Say it with Felix at once.
Now, look here, Keane. This girl's Stella Wilson. She poses quite a problem.
Yeah? How does she?
She and Fagan are under arrest for knocking you about up in the factory loft. The charges read assault causing grievous bodily harm.
Uh-huh.
But we can't hold her forever, and you can't get up openly in court and give evidence. So what the devil are we going to do with her?
Well, it's simple enough, Murray. Get an adjournment and let her out on bail.
You want her out on bail?
Why not?
I'd feel better about Stella Wilson if I knew just what you were up to.
Oh, Murray, why imagine I'm up to anything?
24 hours ago, you were biting your fingers down to the wrist because you were at a dead end with Huberman. Now you're going about some scheme of your own. It's as plain as the nose on your face.
No, it's nothing at all of the kind.
And what is it?
I merely think that if the girl was after Sammy Rise once, she might possibly turn up something about him now. And if I can get her on my side, well, she might tell us something she's been keeping to herself.
Well, fat chance you've got of getting her on your side.
What if she were told that I had wangled her bail?
She hasn't got any yet.
Well, you're not going to hold her. She doesn't count for enough.
All right, Keen, we'll let the girl out. But by Godfrey, if you're pulling the wool over my eyes, I'll come down on you like a ton of bricks if it's the very last thing I do.
Good show, Murray. Oh, could I see her in the cells once again before she goes in front of the magistrate?
You seem to be running everything else around here. Go your hardest first thing in the morning. Now look at the clock. I'm out on my feet. If I run you back to the Cunningham Towers, do you think you could organize a whiskey and soda?
Rico and Vaffo, both of you keep against the wall out of sight when Mendel opens his door.
Yeah, okay.
Right, here we go. I hope the fellow didn't go out again tonight.
Who is it?
Police here. Open up.
Police? What do you want?
Open your door at once.
All right. All right, just a minute.
I'll slip my foot in as he opens, Rico. But let it lean you wait on the door if he tries to close it.
What do you want?
Don't shove, old chap. We're coming in. Come on, back you go. Stand aside unless you want to rouse the rest of the block. That's more like it. Right.
Huberman, how did you know where I lived?
Mendel, my dear chap, you've read Nick Barnes' account of the NightShade ring. You should know this sort of thing's elementary.
What are you going to do? I warn you.
Oh, for heaven's sake, man, pull your socks up. Anyone thinks we're going to cut your throat.
Who are these two?
These two are a couple of my men. They won't hurt you.
Let me tell you something, Huberman. If you've come looking for the original letter, you won't find it here.
We didn't expect to.
Well, what do you want? It's after midnight.
Well, it's a pleasant night. 3/4 moon and hardly a cloud in the sky. We thought you might like to come for a ride.
Where to?
Can't you guess? There's someone who's dying to meet you.
Carlotta Magnani?
Hear that, you fellows? Mr. Mendel's quite bright. Tony, find a coat for him.
You can't take me like this.
There's nothing wrong with pajamas under a coat where you're going. Of course, you're going to look silly if we make you walk home. Come on, Tony, shake it up. Carlotta, we have a visitor for you.
Bring him in. Alone.
Wait outside, you two. Mendel, follow me.
So, this is Mr. Bernard C. Mendel.
Yes, my dear. This is Mr. Mendel.
Nicky Barnes must have slipped a great deal socially. Mr. Mendel, can you suggest any reason why we should not take this golden opportunity to get rid of you at once?
No. Just...
Felix, we could have him taken down to the cellars. Does anyone know he was brought here?
Not a soul.
Well, Mr. Mendel. Come along, speak up.
The letter, if anything happens to me, it goes straight to...
What becomes of the letter, Mendel? It goes straight where?
Well, straight to where it was addressed to.
I see. So you are not alone in your blackmail?
Yes, I am.
Don't lie to us. Who else is involved with you?
There's no one at all, I swear it.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Now, I want you to listen to me. You have the letter, and you've naturally taken your precautions. If anything happens to you, your bank manager or some lawyer more honest than yourself, or just a friend, sees that it goes to the Commissioner of Police. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you bet your life that's right, and I want to get out of here right now, too.
You leave when we're ready to release you. Now then, in 1 week's time, I'm prepared to pay you £10,000.
No, nothing doing that. The price is 100,000.
I have not that amount available.
Well, according to Barnes, you've got $1 million here in this house.
When Barnes wrote this letter, that may have been true, but it is not now. It will take me a week to get you £10,000 and a further 2 weeks to find the rest. You may take it or leave it.
If I don't get the money, all of it, by the day after tomorrow, you're all done for.
You know, Mendel, you really do talk like a fool. Would you turn down £100,000 just because you couldn't wait a couple of weeks? We're perfectly willing to pay you. You only have to be patient.
Well, that's a bit more like it.
Well, you're holding all the cards. We haven't a leg to stand on. As a matter of fact, you're on a pretty good wicket, isn't he, Carlotta?
Of course he is. That's all. Wait outside with the others, Mendel. Felix will have you driven home in a few moments.
Well, come along, old chap. Do you want me to carry you?
No, well, good night.
No, good grief. The creature wants to be social. Get him out of here.
Tony, look after him. Well, Carlotta, what do you think?
There is at least one other person to be taken care of, Felix. If the other were a man, would he send such a spineless creature to deal with us? Would this Mendel have the nerve to blackmail us at all in the first place?
Well, I don't know.
Of course he would not. If you look closely at this man, Felix, you will see a woman behind him. Find her for me.
Tomorrow morning, before she leaves the cells, I'm having my second interview with Stella Wilson. And when she's finally released on bail, she'll be ready to do what she's told. The bell's going any day now for the closing round. And when it does, Tom Cutts and I will be there for the kill. Huberman's men watch for Helen Linden in the next intriguing chapter of Deadly Nightshade.